Welcome back. Let's find out if we've gotten anything wrong so far. For that, we go to our surprise guest ombudsman. It's Mike Baker, former CIA operative and CEO of Prescience LLC, whatever the hell quasi-legal operation that is.
You know, I've changed now. I'm the president of a company called Diligence LLC.
Okay. All right. Yeah. One step ahead of the feds, as always, Mike.
Yeah. Ever since that Madoff thing broke, you know, I got to be light on my feet.
Yeah. All right, what you got for us, Mike?
What do I got for you? First of all, in a surprising twist that completely tipped the over-under, it took 21 minutes for Andy to say, "Shut up, Bill." So that was a starting point. Let's go to the first graphic. I don't know if you can see this, but in the listings of misleading and incorrect statements, it's pretty much an open field with the exception of SE, who has no incorrect statements and no misleading statements.
That's right.
Shameless flirt.
So I think I just point that out. But Andy, you ended up with 3 incorrect statements, 2 misleading. Bill, 4 incorrect statements, 4 misleading. Greg, or is it Proopsy? I couldn't keep it straight during the show. 3 incorrect statements, 5 misleading. Let's go to the first story. The amateur superheroes. I think we really need to start with everyone's favorite superhero, Negro-Man, who seemed to think that the entire reason why these guys were out fighting crime on the streets was because they just couldn't get any sex.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, who can argue with that, quite frankly? Yeah, so that clearly was one of your correct statements. Full marks to Greg, who started out his comments by saying, "Let just me say."
Argue with it, Baker. Argue with it.
Yeah, well, we'll visit it later on. And then Bill, of course, who pays for hobos to piss on him. What does that cost you, Bill, per piss?
In this economy, $2 for a dribble and a full $5 for a gallon.
Okay, well, that works. Teenage...
Look at my shirt. Used to be white.
That was not one of his misstatements, by the way. I hope you're not counting that as a misstatement.
Okay,
everybody was inaccurate. The gel's going to your head.
Everybody cork the pie holes. It's Mike Baker's halftime show. Okay.
You tell us.
Thank you. Teenage virginity pledge is ineffective. I've got a teenage daughter, so we won't even worry about that story. Man shoots talker at the movies. Andy, you did mention that the Kel-Tec 380 auto that the man was carrying in his waistband, by the way, a waistband of sweatpants is a holster, technically. You mentioned that it's got a 5-pound trigger pull.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. What's the weight on the loaded magazine, do you know?
I believe it's 2.3 pounds.
That's a 2.3-pound magazine. That's pretty good. The entire pistol weighs 8.3 ounces.
Mike, it's a 1,000-round magazine.
Oh, that's
and
a
also,
good point.
Mike, Andy likes to bedazzle his pistols.
Yes.
That weighs him down a bit.
Let's go straight to Andy's...
Spelling out Van Halen in diamonds.
I'm going to have to say it again. Everybody just close the pie holes. It's Mike Baker's halftime show.
You taught him well.
Let's go to the blog thing, the Gregalog, I believe.
It was an Andy-gram.
An Andy-gram. Okay, we're talking about Paul Shanklin is the guy who actually put together the lyrics for this. And, you know, Paul Shanklin was actually born in 1962. He's got an interesting career. He's done 11 different albums. And I don't know if any of us actually own any of them, do we? But there's a whole series. There's Bill Clinton, the early years, Bill Clinton, the Comeback Kid Tour, the Executive Privileges album, Simply Reprehensible album. This is obviously going nowhere, so we're going to just move on. We're going to go to the next story, which, of course, all I've got here, I made a note saying that Dr. Hill said that he's tired of looking at President-elect Obama's pectorals and his firm, glistening abs. Do I have that correct?
Yes, I have to take the poster down.
Okay, good. Okay. And SC described him as spectastic, which means that Obama has now stolen SC from our favorite superhero. And at the end of it, we had Caroline Kennedy, and honestly, who can care about that? I'm done.
Mike, you can't just say, who cares about those stories? It doesn't work that way.
Let me explain something. This is the first time. The most difficult part about filling your shoes, Andy, quite frankly, I'm being honest with you, is this is the first time I've had to pay attention during the show.
No. Yeah, that's actually also not a misstatement.
There you go.
All right. Thanks a lot, Mike. Appreciate it. We'll see you at the end of the show.
I got to stick around?
Yeah. You don't have to pay attention anymore, though.
Oh, okay,
so it's
good,
cool.
good. Yeah, I'm done.
All right.
Thanks.